All right, so the first step is to learn the main melody. So you're going to begin 7th fret on the 5th string. You're going to hit that note, and then you're going to go to the 9th fret on the 4th string, and then 10th fret, 7th fret on that 4th string, 9th fret, and then 10th fret, like that. So I would just practice that. Until you have it memorized and down. The next step is to add that drone, which is your open 2nd string. So you're going to alternate that melodic note with that drone. So you'll go. So the first 3 measures are the same thing, just repeated. Now with the right hand, what I do is I alternate with my middle fingers. So I'll go the melodic note, and then middle fingers hitting that drone. A lot of people will alternate I and M, so you'll go thumb, middle finger, thumb, index finger. Measure number 4, the melody is going to go like this. You're going to start at the 7th fret on the 4th string, and then 9th on the 5th, 10, 7, 9, 10. So it's, and again you'll alternate. And then measure 5 is the same as the beginning. Same with measure 6. And same with measure 7. And if you look at 8, we're going to go there, and then 9th fret on the 5th string, 10th fret, 7th fret on the 5th string, and then 10th on the 12th, 8th fret, and then the 7th. So measure 9, what I do is I will actually hold that note down. Try and let that note ring. And so what I'm doing, I'm collapsing this joint on my finger, see if you can see it, so that I can still get that open string there, but yet I'm still covering that 7th fret to allow it to ring. So measure 9, you're going to go, and then the melody is very similar. You go 9th fret on the 4th string, 10th, 7th. Now this is where it changes a little bit. What I would do is go pinky on that 9th fret 4th string, and then you're going to go 3rd finger on the 9th fret 5th string. So that measure goes pinky, bar, pinky, 3rd, and that repeats. So measure 10 is the same thing. Measure 11, similar, and then 7th fret on the 4th string. And then we're going to slide up to the 9th fret on that 4th string, 10th fret, 12th fret, 1st finger at the 9th, 10th, down to the 7th, 9th, 10th, on the 5th string, 9th. So that line, 10, 11, 12, go like this. So measure 13 is the same as what we've done already. Same thing with measure 14. And then this will be similar to what we've done as well. And then 10, 12, 9, 10, 7, 9. Now it's going to change. We're going to go down to the 5th fret, so measure 16. With your middle finger, so you're going to be in the 4th position, and then 7th fret, 4th fret, And this prepares us for the next little section of it. So we're in this position here. So measure 17, we've got the third finger on the 7th fret, 5th string, and then the pinky is on the 7th fret, 1st string. And with your thumb, you're going to hit the 6th and the 5th string. Like that. And then the other notes are going to be played index and middle. So I go thumb, and then 4th fret on the 3rd string, slides up, 5th, 3rd finger grabs the 7th on the 4th string, back to the 4th fret here, and then open. So that measure slowly is going to go. So for the right hand, what I'll do is I'll have my fingers planted down. So I have my thumb and my index and my middle finger already down. So I go thumb, and then just pluck the index finger, and then the middle finger, and then I'll plant my right hand again, and then again, and again, and again, and of course, again. But faster, it's going to go like that. All right, measure 18 is going to be the same thing as what we just did. And then this repeats again. And then measure 20, we've got 7th fret on the 4th string. And then we'll go down to the 4th fret, open 3rd, back to that 7th fret, 4th, open 3rd. So slowly that measure goes. Measure 21 is the same as 18 and 19. And then 22 is going to be the same thing again. And again. And then if you look at measure 24, it's going to be similar to what we did before. 7th fret on the 4th string, down to the 4th fret. Now when we go to the open 3rd, we're going to shift to the middle finger on the 7th fret 1st string. This gets us in position to do the rest of it. And then open. So that measure is going to go like this. And this gets us in position to do that, the strumming part. Now, as far as how I approach the beginning of the piece up until this point is I start off quietly and then have it gradually build up, and I reach sort of my maximum volume by the time I get to here. By the time I get to measure 25. One thing I'll do with this section is I'll start off dulce, and then as that section's moving on, I will move my right hand more towards Pizzicato. So I'm slowly what that does is it gives the illusion of it being louder because the Pizzicato just sort of seems louder. So you do that on top of actually playing it louder, you're gonna get more volume out of it. So let's take a look at measure 25. This is a B major chord. We're gonna go like that. And I do a strum. And I'm just fanning my fingers out. So like pinky, ring, middle, index. And then you have to quickly get into this position. So you're gonna go with your right hand, you're going, and then right there. Because you're gonna go 3rd finger on that 9th fret, thumb, and then it's a tremolo, so you have the thumb doing the melody note, and then your index and middle finger hitting the open 2nd string drone. So you have M, I. Now here I'll go pinky, 3rd finger, because then you're all set to do the chord. So slowly that goes. measure 26 is the same thing. And then measure 27, we're going to go 9th fret, which the 3rd finger is already there. 7th on the 4th. 1st finger goes up to the 9th. 10th, 12th, back to the 9th, 10th, down to the 7th, 9th, and then pinky is going to hit the 10th on the 5th, 3rd finger. So that measure is going to go like this. So measure 27 and 28 go like this. And then measure 29. This is a repeat. So pinky there, 3rd finger, you're set up. Measure 30. Same thing. And then this will be similar to what we've done before. 3rd finger's already there. 1st finger on that 7th fret, 4th string. Slides up to the 9th fret. 2nd finger, pinky, 9th fret, 1st finger, 2nd finger. And now 12th fret on the 5th string. And then back to that 9th fret on the 4th string. 10th fret on the 5th string. And then this finger is still there. So that measure is going to go slowly like this. And what I'll do as I go to, after I put this finger down, that 10th fret, I will just leave it there because then you're all set up for the next chord. So again, measure 32. So now I keep everything down. Because all you're going to do is you're going to put your 12th finger, your 4th finger at the 12th fret, and then it's strum all 6 strings. 9th fret, 2nd finger goes down, 12, back to that 9, 10, stays, so measure 34, same thing. 12th finger goes down, your 4th finger goes down at the 12th fret. 1st finger, 10, 12, 9, 10. So now measure 36 is a little different. You're going to go up to the 12th fret on the 5th string and then down to the 9th fret on that same string. 2nd finger goes to the 10th, 12th, 9, 10. Now we're going to go to this chord. So I've got my pinky on the 12th fret, 1st string. Middle finger is on the 11th fret, 2nd string, and 3rd finger is on the 12th fret on that 3rd string, and then my 1st finger is covering the 10th fret on the 4th string. Now one thing I will also do, because I want to get that open 6th string to ring, but I don't want the 5th string to ring, so I am barely touching the 5th string with my 1st finger, just enough to mute that string. So you have this chord. Now your middle finger is going to be a guide finger. So you're going to take that and you're going to move it down to the 8th fret. And you're going to get set up with this chord. So you're here, middle finger guides down to the 8th fret, and then you're set up just like this. And so the way I'm set up is I have my 3rd and my 4th fingers on the 4th string. Middle finger is on the 2nd string, and the 1st finger is on the 3rd string. So you're going to hit that 10th fret on the 4th string, index, middle, hit the 3rd string, take off the pinky so you have the 3rd finger, 10th, open 3rd string. So you've got this, again slowly. So that's a little tricky. Again, one more time. So middle finger, and you're going to set up like this. 9th fret, 10th, open. Now when you go back to that chord, because that measure repeats, I bring that middle finger back up now to the 11th fret and then form that chord again. So you've got like that. So measure 38 is the same as what we just did. Now what we're going to do, measure 39, is drop a bar down at 7. And then your middle finger will be on the 8th fret on that first string. So we'll go, you're going to hit the 4th, the 2nd, and the 1st. And then this finger will go 9, 10, 7th on the 4th string, 7th on the 5th string, 9th. So again, now we have the B major chord. So you have this. What I do is I take off my pinky and I move my 3rd finger down to the 4th string. And you're going to go, you're going to hit the thumb is going to hit the 4th, 3rd string, and then my ring finger hits that 1st string. So you got, and then you go up to the 10th fret, and you take your 3rd finger and smush it down to the 8th fret, and then pinky goes on the 9th fret, and then 3rd finger's here. That way you're all set up. So slowly that's going to go. One more time. All right, measure 41. Here you're going to do a C7 chord. And it's going to be very similar to what we had in measure 40. So you do the raschiato. 3rd finger goes down up to the 12th fret now. 3rd finger smushes down to the 9th fret. Pinky hits the 10th. And then 3rd finger here. So you've got. So now we'll go back down to that B chord for measure 42. And this is going to repeat. Then measure 44. Now we're going to let go of the bar. And we're going to put the 3rd finger and the 1st finger down. So the 1st finger goes on that 7th fret, 1st string. 3rd finger goes on the 9th fret on that 4th string. And we're going to go 3 with the thumb. And then open 1st string, open 2nd string, and then middle finger is going to hit the 1st string. So you've got, and then your pinky will go up to the 10th fret. Middle finger is going to go down and hit the 7th fret. Pinky here, open 3. So it's going to go like this. So slower. And then 2nd finger is going to hit the 7th fret. Pinky hits the 9th fret. Open 3. 7th fret, 4th string. 9th fret, open 3rd. So those two measures are going to go like this. So measure 46 is going to go like this. You're going to have, you're in this position. We're going to hit the 7th fret on the 5th string, up to the 9th fret on the same string, open 3, 7 on the 4th string, 9th fret on the 5th string, open 3, 7th, 9th, open, 7th, open 4, middle finger will hit the 8th fret. So slowly it's going to go like this. So measure 48, we're going to start on the 6th string, 9th fret on 4th string, 10, 7, 9, 10, and then 7 on the 4th string, 9, 10, 7, 9, 10, 7, 9, 10, 7 on the 4th string, 9, 10. So slowly those three measures go like this. look at measure 51, we're going to go 7th fret on the 5th string, 9, 10, 7, 10 on the 5th, 10 on the 6th string, 8. So measure 52, we have a full bar at 7, middle finger will be at the 8th fret on the 3rd string, and then your thumb is going to hit the bass. And we'll do that index middle thing that we've been doing. 9th fret with the 3rd finger, pinky goes up to the 10th, 3rd finger, smush that down to the 8th, and then 3rd goes up to the 9th. So that measure you're going to let go of the bar, but you're not going to let go of the 6th string. So that first finger is going to stay on that 7th fret. Middle finger goes on the 2nd string. And we're going to do thumb, index, middle. Open 3. 4th finger will hit the 10th fret on the 4th string. 7th fret. 9th fret on the 4th string. 10. So again, that's going to go. This is going to repeat measure 52. We have this bar down again. This is going to repeat measure 53. And this is going to be similar to what we've done. So you have the full bar down again. Now we're going to go pinky to the 10th fret. So if we start measure 57, we've got the 3rd finger on that 9th fret, 10th, 3rd finger goes down to the 8th, 10th, and then 4th finger goes down to that 9th. 3rd finger's here. So slowly that's going to go like this. It's going to be a little pizzicato section. So with your right hand, you're going to do pizzicato. And again, for pizzicato, you want to find that spot where it makes it sound good. So if you're too far to the right, you don't really get much of a pizzicato sound. Too far to the left, you don't get much of a sound at all. So you have to find that sweet spot. So we're going to start off, we're going to play a B major chord. It's just going to repeat, arpeggiate up. So we're going to start middle finger here. And then we'll go 6, 9. So what I would do with this pattern is just memorize that part. And then the next pattern is going to go. So it's the same notes, it's just an octave higher. So that I would then combine those two sections. And then we'll go 2 up to the 12th. And then 3rd finger is going to come down here. 11, 12, 11, 14. Then we're going to do a natural harmonic 7th fret right there. So slowly those 3 measures sound like this. Alright, so we're going to begin 7th fret with this octave pattern. So I've got 1st finger on the 7th fret, 1st string, and then my 3rd finger is on the 9th fret, 4th string. We're going to do this, then we're going to go down to the 5th fret, back to the 7th, and then we're going to switch to this octave pattern. Then this little hammer-on pull-off with the octave 2nd, and then back to 5 and 7 at the 5th fret. So those 2 measures are going to go like this. And what I'll do is I tend to play it more on the dulce side here. And I will also separate those 2 notes somewhat. So I'll hit that bass first. And if you look at 63, we have this. And then your middle finger is free to just go to the 8th fret on a 3rd string. And we're going to do this artificial harmonic. And then we're going to switch it to a B major chord. hitting the 6, the 4, 3, and 2. So you've got this, then you have your harmonic right there. And then we're going to repeat the same passage, and this time I'll usually play it more ponticello. Something like this. And then measure 67, we end with this. Now we're going to play the bottom end of a G chord, and then do the natural harmonic 12th fret on the 4th string. You can do it here. You can use your left hand to play that note. I tend to use my right hand just so that the notes can continue to ring. And then we're going to go the same octave pattern, 7th fret, then we'll move down to the 6th. And then we're going to do this hammer-on pull-off with the open 3rd. And then we have this octave pattern again. And then we switch to this octave pattern. And then up to the 5th fret. So those two measures slowly sound like this. And when I slide up, I will let go of the first finger and then almost do a glissando with the pinky. You can hear that slide up. And the reason I let go of the first finger is I don't want that sound, or at least try and minimize it as much as possible. And then measure 71, we're here. And then we play another B major chord down the 2nd fret and do a natural and do an artificial harmonic on that 1st string. Back to the same octave pattern. Then we're going to go up to the 8th fret, back to the 7th, 6th, 2nd fret, and then this hammer-on pull-off thing we'd had earlier, and switch this octave pattern up to here, and then back. So if you look at measure 73 and 74, it's like this. And then 75 there. And then your pinky is going to be a guide finger. You'll bring it to the 5th fret and you're going to form this chord right here. And then keep the 2nd finger down and you're going to form this chord. So that's a pivot finger. So you're here, 2nd finger stays there, and you form that B major chord. Measure 77, we've got 2nd finger on the G, which is 5th fret. Pinky will be on the 7th fret plus the open 2nd. So you've got this. And then we're going to do a 5/6 bar at 4. Hit the 4th string, have that 2nd finger down. And again, to get this pinky, like I've done in previous videos, I will move that elbow up to help facilitate that move. So that measure slowly is going to go like this. Measure 79, back to that G, 5th fret. Now we're going to slide, and I'm going to use my 2nd finger on that 6th fret. It's going to slide up to the 9th. But I switch, so I go 2nd to 3. So I go as I'm sliding. And that way, I've got my finger available for that next chord. But you slide, switch to that 3rd finger, and then your 2nd finger is going to go in the A sharp, which is 8th fret, 4th string. Play that note plus the open 2nd. 2nd finger is a guide finger to here, 7th fret. So that measure is going to go like this. And then pinky, 7th fret. And I'll really try and lay on that vibrato. For there. If you take a look at measure 83, the chord before, we were here. So what we're going to do is keep that 3rd finger down and just put the 2nd finger on the C 3rd fret. 1st finger goes down. And and then third finger goes to that third fret on the third string. I really try and bring that out, and I'll use Pizzicato, plus I'll hit it harder. So you've got this, and then we're going to form this B major chord like that. So if you look at measure 83, we've got this. And this is a case where I won't put the full chord down. I'll hit my B on the 5th string, and then put these two down, and then put that finger down. And then we have open, which we'll hammer on right there at the 2nd fret. And then 2 and 3 will go down. You're going to hit those two plus the open 1st and 2nd. So it's a nice little dissonant chord. And then we're going to pull off from 5 down to 3. And then 2 open. So slowly that's going to go. Then we measure 87, we're back to that B major chord. Then it repeats. B major. Then we have a little passage. It's mostly played on the 4th string. It's going to go. So that's measured 90. Now it's all staccato, and I create that with my left hand. I'll kind of pick up my finger, so I'll hit the note and then pick up that finger. So it goes 7, 9, and then 10, 12, 10. So hammer on, pull off, and then 9, 7. So it goes. And if you look at measure 91, we go 9, 8. And then shift down to the 4th fret, and then 4th finger, 3rd finger. So it's, and then shift down to the 2nd fret, 1, 4, 3, shift down to the 1st fret, 1, 3, 2, 3 goes to the 5th string, and then B. So in a passage like this, I'll just memorize the finger patterns. So if I'm starting at measure 91, it's going to go 3, 2, and then 1 down there. So I'll just repeat that. And then once I'm down here, it's 1, 4, 3. So I've got this, 1, 4, 3, and then down here, 1, 4, 3 again, and then 1, 3, 2, and then 3rd finger, B major, like that. Measure 94, we're going to have a hammer on, and we'll go 2, 4. And the reason for that is because your 3rd finger is needed for this A on that 3rd string. So you're going to go, and then you've got, so you're going to go 2, 4, and then this chord. So you've got this finger down, 3rd finger down on the 2nd fret, and then 1st finger there. So it's, and then pull off, 4, 2. So slowly it's going to go. And then E major, and then that repeats. E major. We're going to have the 1 and 2. Pinky goes to that 4th fret, and then open 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. A little hammer on, and then 1, 3, open 2nd. So slowly it's going to go. And then 99, we're going to go here. Now that 1st finger is going to act as a guide finger. It's going to go up to the 4th fret, open 2nd, and then 5 and 7. So notice the chord before we were 1 and 3. We're in this position to then just drop that. And then we have 3. We're going to hit the 5th, 3rd, and 1st strings. 2nd finger acts as a guide finger here. And then we'll drop that 1st finger over here. So if I start in measure 99, we have this. And then we're going to have a hammer on 3 to 5. And And we're right here. If we use 1 and 4, these two fingers are then free to drop here. And then back to that 3rd fret. So you've got 3, 5. Now this measure's a little tricky, but there's a nice little connection between each chord change that you can use. So we're here, measure before. 3rd finger is going to go to the 4th fret. So you bring that down. 1st finger is going to go to the 3rd fret 6th string. The middle finger goes over to pick up that 3rd fret 2nd string. 3rd finger and the 1st finger are going to move 1 fret down. Pinky now goes to that 3rd fret. These two fingers are going to move back up. 2nd finger's there. So the pattern stays the same, it just shifts down a fret. So you've got this, shift down, shift back up. And then your 2nd finger is going to use a guide finger up to the 6th fret. And we're going to go 6, 8, 5, 8, and then 2, 4, 2, hammer on, 1. So it's going to go. All right, measure 103. We have this. So we're in this 5th position. We're going to go 4, 1. Now we shift down to the 2nd position, go 2, 1. Back up to the 5th position. And then we're going to go here. So technically I'm in the 3rd position. My middle finger is on the 4th fret 4th string, and my 3rd finger is on the 5th fret 3rd string. And we're going to play that. Now we're going to go up to the 9th fret and then 2, 4, 2. Hammer on, pull off. And then we form this chord right here. So, a bit of a tricky chord. I do a full bar at 5. Middle finger is there. 3rd finger is on the 5th string, and then pinky is on the 3rd string. And then you're going to pull off 7 to 5. And then we're going to go to the 7th position. Middle finger is going to be at the 8th fret 3rd string plus the open 2nd. So, 2nd finger, open 4, 7, 9, 7, 10, 8. So it's so if I look at those two measures, it goes like this. And then measure 107 and 108 are the same. And this is the same as what we've done. All right, so measure 110, we're going to do a bar at 7. 2nd finger is on the 2nd string. Pinky is on the 5th string, 10th fret. So it's that PIM thing we saw in the first section of the piece. 3rd finger goes down to the 8th fret. Goes up, the 3rd string, back to the here, and then there. So it's going to go slowly. Next measure, pinky is going to go on the 6th string, and then 8th fret, 9th, and then we're switch to the 4th string. 8th fret, 9th. So that measure goes like this. So measure 110 and 111 sound like this. In measure 112, we're going to switch to 2. We're going to let go of the bar. We're going to switch to this. So 2nd finger here on the 6th string, and then 3rd finger is on that 4th string. And we're going to go 6, 4, 1st string. Pinky is free to hit the 9th fret, up to the 10th. 1st finger now does the 7th fret, 10th on the 6th string, 8th fret. So again, 112 is going to go like this. have just like the beginning of this section, these octaves. So this is just a repeat, including this. And then when it repeats, I play them as artificial harmonics. So again, you're gonna be 12 frets higher. And for me, finding 12 frets higher than this note is pretty easy because it's just my last fret right there. So I'm gonna play the harmonic plus that 4th string. I play the 4th string with my thumb. So you got this, then you go down to the 5th fret, back up to the 7th, and then we're going to switch this octave pattern back to the other octave pattern, and then we have this chord. So this is a chord we saw earlier, and keep that 3rd finger down, B major chord. And then you go back to the beginning. And what I'll do when I play that fast section again is I will start it much softer than what I did the first time through. So I will go and slower. And then build it up as you did the first time. All right, the coda. We're gonna start open 2nd string and then do a C chord. When I strum the C chord, usually I will just use the pad of my thumb. So instead of nail like that, I'll use the pad of it to give it that sound. So you have open 2nd, C major, 2nd finger goes 2nd fret, 3rd string, and then it's a G chord. And then we'll go 1 and 2. Middle finger goes up to the F sharp, 4th fret. And then this is going to go up 1 more fret and drop this finger. And then I do a half bar at 1 with my 2nd finger there. And I usually play this Ponticello, even more so. And then 3 and 4 go in. So you've got this. Repeat that. Open first. Then you have this chord. So I've got my 2nd finger there, 3rd finger, and then my 1st finger here, and you're gonna play the 6, 4, 3, and 1 strings. Pinky goes to pick up the 8th fret, and then open. And then I go middle finger here, and then pinky there. So measure 127 through 129, sound like this. Pinky, open, and then these two. And then we have a return of that main melody. And what I'll do is I'll play it pizzicato. So you got, so I just lay my right hand down on the strings to get that sound. And then measure 131 is the same thing. And then I go middle finger to the 7th fret. So I've got this. And then I'll let it ring a little bit. Even though it's muted, it's still ringing just a bit. And then this finger is going to stay there. So then we'll go 8, fret there. Hit the 6, 5, and 3 strings. Down to the 6th fret, up to the 8th, 6th, 8, measure 133 is the same thing, 6, 8, 6, 8, 6, 8. And then you have your harmonics, 12th fret. And in the very last chord, you can play an E minor chord. A lot of people do that. I like to add this chord. It's a very Spanish sounding chord. Or I might add this chord right here. Like that. Or I might do all of the above.